Hey guys, like, comment, subscribe. Doing our second quick video on the head coaching news coming out of the NFL. Not an official firing, but is expected. The Jacksonville Jaguars going to move on from head coach Doug Marrone. It's pretty justified, if you ask me. I mean, it's been 3 years in a row since they made that conference championship that they've had a losing record, and they got rid of everyone who was part of that team. I mean, I love
Everyone
that
else.
team. Yeah, like, I'm a Patriots fan, and I love that Jacksonville team. I wanted them to beat the Patriots because I like that Jacksonville team so much. Jalen Ramsey, AJ Boye, even Bortles was playing good. They had so many good players on both ends, and they just blew it all. And Doug Marrone doesn't deserve to stay based on the fact
But
he let it all happen too.
that's tough to say, though, right? Because this is a team in general. As much as he's a head coach, he doesn't have he has mostly the final say on most things. But he doesn't have the say on whether they're going to keep every single player from that great team. He's done the best given the situation. As you mentioned, they lost a lot of great players in the last couple of years, and they're not as skilled talent-wise as they were back when they were that playoff team. So it is what it is. But yeah, no, it's about time now. You always give a coach a couple of years, and as much as it's not official yet, I'd be more surprised if they went the route to keep him. That being said, I think that he's still has a great future in coaching in the NFL, and he just needs to have a little more of a skilled team with them, and maybe he can unlock that with another team. But it's probably not going to be with Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think it really just came down to the contracts too, where his contract only went through 2021 to begin with. So, I mean, like, realistically, when a guy's had 3 losing seasons and he's been got worse
Cut
every
him.
year, yeah. And I mean, I don't think anyone expected Jacksonville to be this bad, where they would be even worse than a team like the Jets. Like, they're 1-14. I know Gardner Minshew went down, but like every single year they've gotten worse and worse, and it's not a good sight for them. Yeah, for your Jacksonville team, it's definitely hard because, like we said, did have that AFC title game. You were literally just so close to going to a Super Bowl, and now it's just you're back at literally square one. So it's going to be tough for them. I don't know if they're actually going to take a quarterback in the draft based on the fact they have Minshew, but like we said, Marrone probably leaving. We spoke about it in our Jets, a couple of replacements for New York. Who do you think maybe a couple of replacements for Jacksonville maybe?
Yeah, so I actually thought for the Jets that they would go through the college route. I think that's a great idea for a team in New York. A Jacksonville team, there's less lights there. I would prefer to get a more experienced NFL caller, a more experienced coach in the NFL. So not going through the college route per se. So that's where I think that even someone like Brian Schottenheimer um, out of Seattle. I know that he's got some history with his father being a legendary coach. He knows how to coach in the NFL level, and I think that he can really step into that head coaching role and be successful with that team. But it's whatever it comes down to it. This team needs to be overhauled. It's not just going to be the coach that's going to make or break it. They really need to bring someone in that can handle a lot of NFL talent because they're going to have to really figure out what fits best with that system. That's why I think they're going to go with the route of bringing someone in who's currently liked in the league, well respected in the league. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm them based on the history of the coaching they've had, I would rather a guy who is more established at the NFL level, like you've said. I do know all reports have kind of hinted that they actually are going to go the college route, though. Urban Meyer has been pretty heavily involved with Jacksonville. He's actually been telling people, apparently, in the football community that he's going to land in Jacksonville. He did have a pretty historic college run with
Okay.
Florida as well as Ohio State. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he definitely has the, I guess, rapport for it. But I believe he did have a former NFL opportunity that didn't necessarily go well. So I don't know. I feel like if they bring in Urban Meyer, it's not really going to change anything in Jacksonville. I think the name is going to do more than the result. With that being said, the fact that they're saying it's going to happen, I mean, I'll go towards that route. But yeah, if I'm Jacksonville, like if I'm looking for team success and I kind of just close my eyes and imagine it, I could see more with Schottenheimer than a guy like Meyer. Even if they want to go with a guy like Ryan Day, I mean, maybe. I just think this team has so many holes that a coach who's just focused on the college experience and doesn't have the NFL level experience, like you said, they're not going to be able to fill all of these holes unless they bring in literally the
Tough.
best defensive and offensive coordinator that's going to be on the market. Like if they bring in Schottenheimer as the OC, then you know what,
That looks
maybe.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
but
see
I
that
don't know.
happening
Yeah, but I don't know why he would leave Seattle, who has a great
for
offense.
Jacksonville. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
So, yeah, that definitely very unlikely. But yeah, based on the reports, it seems like Urban Meyer, I just personally don't think it's really going to change them as much as people who might see the report at first think it's going to.
I don't think Jacksonville's going to be very successful next year to begin with. So they just have to bring someone in who can build the system. So whoever they do bring in, I hope that they give them 3 to 5 years to be able to change the culture and build their own system there. But knowing knowing that they think that they can still be a competitive team next year, I can see this being a quick change if they go through the college route. Because if it's not successful after a year or two, the Jacksonville fans just they're tired of losing ball. They want winning ball.
Yeah, I would say if they're in it for the long haul, I'd say Ryan Day is probably good because he's the youngest of the bunch and you could actually grow around him, like you're saying, versus if you're just like, they should have been better than they were, and Jacksonville fans probably believe that. So if they actually want to immediately go to like 6, 7, maybe even an 8-win team again, then yeah, they're probably going to bring in a more established guy like Meyer or Schottenheimer and hope for the best with them.
Well, we'll see. Let us know what you guys think, guys, because definitely going to be some kind of changes coming for Jacksonville. Hopefully for the better, and it can't really get much worse than what it was this year.
No, I mean, I would definitely hope not. 2 1-win seasons in a row. I don't know if it's even been done. I don't even think the Detroit Lions have done it. So, I mean, when you're putting yourself in categories with them, you don't want to be there. Let's just leave it at that.
Exactly. There's too much culture and history with the Jaguars organization. So let us know what you guys think, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and who do you guys think is going to be the next coach in Jacksonville?